Hi guys, welcome to this short video about the NexGrill. It's actually a review about the NexGrill and a little bit of comparison compared to the Char-Broil. I mean, they are similar size. You can see the two here. I had this Char-Broil TRU-Infrared. I mean, it's one of the more expensive Char-Broils. Yeah, by the way, when you buy a Char-Broil, make sure that you buy the real one, the TRU-Infrared, not the cheap one. It doesn't make sense to save money because there's a huge difference, and when you buy one, just buy the TRU-Infrared. But they are similar size. You can see them here. I mean, it's a 4-burner here, the NexGrill, and the Char-Broil was a 3-burner, but they have about very similar size, similar dimensions, almost similar everything. Also, they came with the doors here. Also, the NexGrill here, same thing, and they have one like cooking plate on the side, and here I think it was on the left side with Char-Broil, and yeah, here with the NexGrill on the right side. They are very similar, but the concept is totally different between these things. I mean, this is a traditional grill where you have just the flame tamers, and then you have the grilling grates, 2 large grilling grates, and with the Char-Broil we have 3 partitions here, and they have the grilling grates on top, and they have this, I think that's aluminum or something like that underneath, which is producing then the real heat, and then everything similar underneath. So the concept is totally different, and here you can see the picture after 5 years or even 6 years how it looks. I mean, it was still in very good condition, Char-Broil, and this one here is brand new. I mean, at the moment it's 1 month old. I have been using it I think 3 or 4 times for grilling, and so I think I can give you a really good comparison which one to choose. So some quick introduction here to the NexGrill. I've bought the original cover, and this is how it looks after 1 month with the cover. I've tried to apply a little bit of oil to protect. I think it was not worth it, so I would recommend you leave it like it is. And yeah, the inside you can see how it looks. It's pretty nice, clean, great to look. Yeah, don't watch this thing on the right side. I messed it up. It's just me. It was just me. Everything is looking really nice, really clean. I mean, it's covered. It was covered with this like cover blanket for most of the time, not for all the time, but I highly recommend to have it covered with this blanket or with this original cover. It will stay much longer nicely. A lot of people are saying the Char-Broil is made from a higher quality steel or metal, so with the NexGrill you should make sure that it's really covered. So here you can see the inside how it looks after using it for 3 or 4 times. Yeah, here you can also see how it looks really underneath or from the bottom. You can see this grease trap here. Here you can see how to turn the thing on and off. It's pretty much same. I think probably with all the grills you have to just push it inside and then you turn it, and then you have like a 90 degrees angle. You can remove the top here. I'm using this usually for hamburgers, for the bread. You can easily remove this grilling grate here. They are really nice chrome. I've been washing these things. Yeah, stop this thing here. You can see they are pretty clean. I've been washing it inside, or both of them inside, in the kitchen sink with some sponge, like an aggressive sponge of course, and they got again pretty clean even after cooking some hamburgers. I mean, when I was finished with the hamburgers and even with the, like, it was even cheeseburgers, so you will see also some cheese down here, and it was full of everything here, and they got pretty clean again, so really nice. So the big advantage here with the NexGrill is I think you can keep it really clean. I mean, the grilling grates for quite a long time. That's not possible with the Char-Broil. Yeah, the Char-Broil grilling grates look totally different. They're black. I mean, it's not this chrome thing, and you cannot take them inside. They are also very heavy. You cannot take them inside and put them into the sink and then make them like look like new. again, it's not possible, but it's not intended. The big advantage regarding the cleaning with the Char-Broil is there's like a cleaning function. You just put everything on the highest settings for about 15 minutes, and then everything is turned into like charcoal. It's really, you cannot see any like grease or meat or something like that. Everything will be turned into like charcoal, and then you can just remove it and leave it on the plate, or just also remove it from the plates. Usually I've been doing that just every like 3 months or 6 months, removing. Apart from that, I've just pushing these things to the side. It's just charcoal. It's not like grease, it's not smelling, it's not producing any smoke. So yeah, both have their advantages, of course. Yeah, so let's proceed a little bit with the thing here. Yeah, you can see, you can remove this flame tamers, but they are all already looking really nasty. I mean, the ones from the Char-Broil looked almost better like after 6 years, and you can see that one big problem here. Yeah, I'll go a little bit back. You can see a quarter of a hamburger fell down. That's really one of the biggest disadvantages. I mean, I have never had this with the Char-Broil, but with the NexGrill, you have these grilling grates, and they have pretty wide gaps. And if you don't make very thick hamburgers, it can easily be that when you are flipping them, they can get stuck and they break, and some part will fall down. It has never happened in 6 years with the Char-Broil. Also, it's not possible. I mean, they have smaller gaps, and underneath there's these aluminum plates or so. There's no way something can fall down here. Yeah, I mean, when you check Char-Broil after 5 or 6 years, usually there's nothing here down there. Of course, after some time there will be some drops, maybe from grease, but very few, very rare, unless you are grilling a lot of very greasy meat or so. But with me, there was almost nothing. I mean, I would say it looked comparable after about 6 years. Of course, it will start rust underneath as well. Yeah, just with the weather, humidity and so, but not from the grease or so. It's much cleaner underneath. You have everything on top. Here, when we go back to the Char-Broil, everything is either here or like they fall down. I have another picture here. Yeah, that's the thing, or at least a similar thing. Char-Broil, that's not the original, but it's looking very similar. You have the black, like the metal here, and underneath you have this probably aluminum. This gets really hot, and there's nothing which can go through here unless you have like tons of grease or so. There are small holes here, but usually there's nothing here down here. There's nothing coming onto the burners or into this sink here. Everything will be kept here. So this part, of course, will turn much dirtier, but underneath it's much cleaner. Yeah, and here we turn it on. Yeah, just open about 180 degrees. And here I'm showing you how it looks on the left side. I turned it on, and you can see, I mean, it's daylight, but you can see how this looks without the flame tamer. Then of course we have this thing, this cooking plate on the right side, very similar to the Char-Broil. And then we have the wheels. That's a huge disadvantage for the NexGrill. We have on the one side we have these good wheels, on the other side we have just wheels which we can just push back and forth and not move around. You can see that here on one side it's just stuck like a shopping cart. You can move it back and forth, but not all the way around. But definitely it was much better on the Char-Broil. But now let's get to the most important information for you. Which one is actually better for grilling itself, not for maintenance and moving around, but for grilling. And yeah, I have to say, unfortunately, that the charbroil was much easier, much better to cook or to grill. Yeah, again, the thing is not cigarette, this is just from the cheese. I wanted to leave it for you that you see how this looks after just a couple of times grilling. Yeah, the thing is, you have large openings here and in between, of course, in between of all these flame tamers, and also on the outside, like all the way around here, here, and also inside. There's a lot of heat when you're cooking like sausages, or yeah, no matter what you are cooking. The big problem is actually that the heat is totally uneven. You have really big heat here, all the way around and in between, and much less heat here, and here. So what I've been doing in the last time, I have placed actually my food just in these areas here. That's absolutely insane, actually, just in this area. So like when I had my hamburgers yesterday, I have placed one patty here, one here, one here, one here, one here. So I had 6 at the same time, so they have been here. Yeah, no way to put them here. I mean, you can put them everywhere outside, but they will get burnt, and these ones here will be just still rare. I mean, that's insane, and it's totally different compared to the charbroil. With the charbroil, you have the same heat everywhere. Yeah, when we go back to this image here, unfortunately I don't have an original picture from my charbroil, but you can see there's no difference in like gaps or so. There's just this plate which is covering everything. I mean, you have 3 of them. You have one here, one here, one here, and then on top you have these 3 grilling grates, these black ones, one here, one here, one here. So you have this double layer of like infrared plates and grilling grates, and it's everywhere. It's the same, and there's no difference in heat, or actually no noticeable difference in heat between the outside and inside areas. Total different thing here. And also what I've noticed, that you need more gas here, because the heat is not trapped. The heat is just flowing out easier, much easier. So when you want to have some heat, you need, it's more like direct heat. So with the charbroil, of course, it's more like indirect heat, and it will keep the heat much longer. You can even turn off the grill and then still finalize the cooking for a couple of minutes. Not possible with the NexGrill. So during the time when you want to cook something, you need to have the heat or the gas burner on really high setting most of the time, and with the charbroil it's not needed. You heat it up, and then when you have the heat, you can reduce the heat of the burner, or the opening of the burner, and then it's still very hot. Not with the NexGrill. So I mean, the NexGrill is a little bit cheaper. It might look cool, but from the grilling perspective, it's a huge disadvantage compared to the charbroil. I can definitely tell you. I mean, I'm not going to sell this thing here. Yeah, you can use that, but it's quite a limitation. It's definitely not on the same level. Yeah, one thing, of course, I have to admit, it is definitely not everything perfect with the charbroil. There's one big problem. I would say it's the biggest problem, maybe because the infrared plates underneath, I mean, they were totally gone after about 5 years, but already after a couple of times using, I would say maybe after a couple of months of normal usage, they turn into some strange discoloration. I mean, they are nice metal at the beginning. Yeah, they look like this, really nice almost like chrome, but they will turn in different color. First I had some red and some green, and after that some black, and they rust a lot because they keep all the grease is here, and after that it will burn and turned into charcoal. And so there's a really heavy usage of this. And I have found, I mean, when they have been looking more like red and green, I was making some images and I sent them to the company, the Char-Broil company, and I asked them, is this still safe to use? They look a little bit weird. I mean, when something on the grill, part of the grill, look red or green, it doesn't look very safe for me. And I asked them if this is still safe, and they didn't give me a real answer. They just told me, yeah, wait, send me your receipt when you have bought it, and it was, I think, 2 years ago. And they told me, yeah, okay, we are shipping you new grilling grades. I mean, I got 3 of these plates and 3 of these grilling grades, total new for free. It's a nice thing, but it scared me a little bit when they don't even really talk about that. They're just sending new grilling grades and infrared plates. So could there be something? I have really no clue, but this is really the only big problem of the Char-Broil. Apart from that, everything was working nicely. Over 6 years. I dumped it after 6 years because it had some large rust holes in the back. Even though I never had it like actually outside in the rain or so, but there was just a lot of heat and humidity here in Florida, and so it was still producing some rust holes, and it was really gone. I mean, especially these infrared plates, they were totally gone. I mean, had big holes after 5 or 6 years. And also this thing was really not in good condition anymore. It was really looking bad. And so I figured, yeah, it's time for a new grill, and I wanted to save a little bit of money, and so I went with the NexGrill instead of the Char-Broil. But yeah, my recommendation is rather still take a little bit of more money and go with the Char-Broil. And this is also what I'm going to do when I need a similar size grill. I will go with the Char-Broil because actually it's much easier to prepare the food. I mean, the end result was always good till now with the NexGrill. Nobody was complaining. People were actually saying, yeah, it smells better than with the Char-Broil. But I mean, it's a different thing, I guess. So I think it's more like this, grilling on a new clean, nice, brand new grill. Probably, yeah, it's making a better taste anyway. So I think that's the main difference, because nobody has ever been complaining about the end result of the meat with the Char-Broil. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope I've been able to help you a little bit and give you some kind of comparison, some kind of recommendation, so you should know what to look for or what to buy. And yeah, that's it for now. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.